It was under the Herenton leadership that we took Memphis to great heights. When I came into office in 1992, the city of Memphis had $3 million in its reserves. But when I left, we left the city reserves at about $98.6 million. And so we made Memphis a big city. There have been a couple of mayors in the office of the city mayor since I resigned in 2009. And Memphis is not the same city it was when I was a mayor. And almost on a daily basis, I would meet citizens, Piccadilly's, at Houston's, in the mall, and invariably so many of you would say, Dr. Herenton, we want you to come back as our mayor. We had a great city when you were mayor. We didn't have all the potholes. We didn't have the crime. Schools were good. So kind of put me on a guilt trip, and I started thinking about it. And let me tell you one event that occurred in Memphis that was very shocking to me. It was the brutal killing of Tyree Nichols, which really put a stain on the image of Memphis. We were in all of the major newspapers all over the country, and that really did bother me. When Memphis became designated as the most dangerous city in America, it impacted my pride about Memphis, a city that I had given so much to. So I prayed about it. I really prayed about it. I talked to my family and some of my close friends. And they said, I'm called affectionately Doc. Most people call me Doc that know me. And I looked at the candidates that were running for mayor, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to any of those candidates, but quite frankly, I looked at each of those candidates and I couldn't see a single one that I felt comfortable with in the office of the mayor to address the critical challenges that face Memphis today. Again, I prayed about it. And I said, I'm going to re-enter public service. So that's why I'm in it. I think I'm the best qualified. I'm the only candidate that's held that office before. And irrespective of what my critics said, my leadership made a difference in Memphis. And I prayed about it. So I re-entered the mayoral race, and I believe officially there are 17 candidates. And I want to say this too. I know it's a crowded field, but I want all of the individuals who know my record, who followed me as a school superintendent, who followed my career as a mayor. I want you to ignore the rest and vote for the best, even though it's a crowded field. If you vote for the best candidate that's in this race, you'll vote for Herenton. I'm the only one with a track record, with a proven track record. Mr. Bonner has been a sheriff, over the jail. That does not qualify a sheriff or a jailer to be the mayor of the city. And I want you people to clearly understand that. I understand the Memphis Police Department. I worked with the police department for almost 18 years. I had 5 chiefs of police who worked with me. They got fired 3, 2 of them lasted, and we created Blue Crush, which is one of the nation's most effective crime abatement programs. So I understand the need for public safety. Let me say, that is the #1 issue on the minds of people in Memphis. And I want you to know it's heavily on my mind. I've been a victim of a vehicular break-in. I was sitting in Houston's restaurant. All of a sudden, the security guard comes in. He says, Dr. Herenton, they got you. I said, what do you mean they got me? They broke into my truck and shattered all of my windows, took some of my personal belongings. So I've been a victim of crime. But I know how to get this job done. I just need the opportunity to go back and do it again. So this evening, I wanted to just, take this opportunity to kind of talk to you. Let me talk to you about another subject. all of these debates and the forums. Many of my colleagues said, Dr. Herenton, why don't you go on the debates? Well, let me just tell you why I did not participate in the debates and the forums. Number one, I have a record. I have a record that you can go and examine. None of the other candidates have records in the office of the mayor. So I have a record, okay? The other one is I refuse to participate in advancing the interests of the media outlets. Quite frankly, if we had too many of those debates, if I'd committed to going to one, then I'd end up going there. How many did they have? Almost 20 of them? I would have been bored. I watched the candidates. Everybody had canned answers to some very complex issues. So I didn't think it was in the public's best interest to have all of those forums. I have chosen to meet in the homes and in the communities, to meet with individuals and small groups. And that I'm taking this time this evening, and I hope you will appreciate the fact that I want to meet with people in small groups. I didn't want to get on TV and have these, interactions with all of these candidates who were all grandstanding and really didn't have a clear understanding of the complexities of the challenges that face Memphis. So I chose not to participate in debates. I wasn't being disrespectful, but I'm available. I'm speaking to small groups. I'm available to talk to people. I just didn't want to do it in a forum or debate format, okay? So I wanted to kind of address that with you to see. Let's talk about crime. Let's talk about crime. We're in a very critical state. The juvenile crime problem in Memphis has reached critical proportions. And we've got to take some bold approaches to really bringing this problem into some reasonable format of giving us some solutions. And I think I have some of those ideas. I want to create partnerships with the public school system. We have a Gideon 300 program that we want to implement that's going to engage the community to work with young people. I want to create opportunities in the high schools for vocational technical education, career development, and new path. We want to create a boarding school for many of these young people that need special counseling and all of that. So I have some ideas that I want to implement, and I'm in a position to do that from the seat of the mayor. So I just wanted to kind of have this opportunity to chat with you again. And let me just talk about the campaign before we close down. We need 30,000 votes to win this election. We have done it before, and let's do it again. And I want all of you to know that I'm counting on you to vote for Herenton for mayor. We've done it before, and we can do it again. I'm looking at the screen, and there's a Delonia Jones. Says Mayor Herenton and Tony Armstrong had the city of Memphis on point. Crime is nothing like it is now. Many blessings to you on becoming mayor again. I want to thank you, Ms. Jones. You're absolutely correct. We had our handle on crime. I see Tina Stewart. It says Memphis is on life support or looking like Detroit. Unfortunately, you're absolutely correct. Memphis, like Detroit, is a majority black city. But it is my contention that simply because it is black does not mean it cannot be a law-abiding community. We just got to galvanize, get our hands on the issues, and do some bold intervention and prevention to really turn this situation around.
It's okay. I'm sure we'll some of it.
There's a Tina Stewart says exactly, Bonner can't keep his sheriffs intact. Well, I don't want to speak critically of the sheriff, but all I can simply say to you, being a sheriff of Shelby County is nowhere near the complexities of being the mayor of a dynamic city like Memphis. Mr. Rice, Melvin Rice, you correct. Memphis was clean when I was a mayor. Crime was low, and we were prosperous. You're absolutely correct. And I want to bring all of that back. It bothers me to see all the blight. It bothers me to see all the potholes in Memphis. So we got to change that. We got to turn it around. Tony D. Allen, thank you very much. You said that I was the best mayor the city's ever had. I appreciate it very much. Now, I want to remind you all again, for the betterment of Memphis, we need to select a mayor who has a proven leadership track record. And I want to make it emphatically clear that we need 30,000 votes to win this election. We have done it before. Let's do it again. I am counting on you to vote for Herenton for mayor. Thank you very much.